Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. I know the screen is very blue. It is 5:30 and the sun is already going down, so of course everything looks blue outside as it's dark. But I kind of am doing, a Stepmom Talk on a Tuesday because, Mondays can be a little crazy at times. Today I wanted to talk about just being real with your kids. We all make mistakes. Parenting's not easy. We go through it with the best of intentions, and sometimes we just honestly make mistakes. And so something I wanted to say is when you are wrong, the biggest thing you can do for your kids is just admit it. To tell your kids, we just like with kids, you have the best of intentions, and parents have the best of intentions. Do we always execute it the right way? No, not necessarily, but we do try, and that is a big deal, and it is hard. And so I think with being honest with your kids and telling them honestly what you did as a child and as a teenager, and being honest with them about when you mess up, when you lose your temper, when maybe what you did was a little over the board, or maybe you were actually the opposite where you were way too lenient and you realize now that maybe that was not what you needed to do. I think owning that with your kids is the best policy, and it teaches your kids a lot about who you are, who they are, and it teaches them a lot about your character, and it helps build their character, because we want children to be honest, and we're here to build them into these amazing people. And everyone and all kids go through that extreme lying stage where we just want to scream because we want them to get out of it, but it's something that it's hard on everyone, and so we want our kids to see it in us the same as seeing it in them. And so that's a really big deal, and I am not perfect at it, and I have made my fair share of mistakes and choices and things like that, that I won't say I regret. I mean, there are regrets I do have, and then there are things that I don't regret it because I learned from it. And so the only way I can see is look up from here and change the choices I made, and try not to do those again and try to make better ones. There are some things that I do regret, that, I either knew better or I didn't know better, and I still made the choice. So some of them are, but I think the biggest thing is just saying, look, if I could do it all over again, these are a few things, and then some of those things, no, I wouldn't. But I think, honestly, just being open, it also keeps that level of communication open with your kids. Parenting's not easy. A lot of some parents, I seem like they have it all together. And I would love to, really sit down and talk to them. And be like, okay, how do you have this, that it looks like it's all together? I think it's a lot of trial and error. But I think the biggest thing is just trying to be open. I know my big thing is not easy. And I will admit that there are some days where I just want to curl up and cry and say that this is too much. And then there are other days where you're like, I can do this, I'm strong enough, God put me here for a reason. So I definitely think that there's a lot to change and learn and stuff, but I just wanted to say, be as open as you can, and openly admit when you're wrong, because that ultimately teaches your child that if my parent can do that, then I can do that myself. And it teaches them to, again, to be honest and upfront and say, what, maybe I didn't make the best choice there, but I learned from it. So that's basically just what I wanted to talk about with you guys today. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them down below. If you're not one of those people that are really big into Facebook comments, just go ahead and send me an email. That link is in the description box too. Just kind of getting that talking going, because I know for me too, it's like I need a lot of support, and sometimes, you just feel like you are alone. So feel free to comment, email, or something like that, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Bye.